Bam! Cheers, everybody. What is going on, y'all? It looks like. Sorry, I'm just getting one of my other streams set up here, and it looks like one of our promo codes just expired, but should be good to go now. But good morning, everybody. What's up, y'all? I'm jumping on a couple minutes early here. I'm also, dude. So I had Kyle came on. Shout out to Kyle Collier, one of my best friends. Great health professional. He's a neuromyofascial specialist. If you guys want to know more about that, go check out the podcast that we did yesterday. Now, how do I take the promo code out? Anyways, long story short, he got to hang out for the first half of the podcast. When I ended up, it was just me. Gina wasn't feeling so hot. So, I was just holding it down, going across. We had a great conversation. Shout out to Lori. Lori, I always appreciate you dropping in and saying hey, and ask some great questions, guys. And to me, that was actually I love Kyle, but that was probably the most, I think, valuable part, entertaining part of the stream yesterday. And we were talking about, again, behavior change, nutrition, going into all that fun stuff, especially back to school. Most of us that have kids are going to be feeling a shift as far as your routine. And if you're not, hey, good for you. You set up a routine that lasts throughout the summer that is very, very conducive to setting you up for success in the fall. But most of us, I'm going to imagine, are not in that scenario, or at least not perfectly nailed down that scenario. So I figured I'd go over some of that. And we finally got the other channel live. So it's going to take a couple seconds. We'll get that up. I'll pull the chat up. So I got to say, I bought a refurbished or here we go. Whatever you want to call it, renewed or refurbished iPad. And it was a great deal. It was $75. So I was like, all right, I'll roll the dice. We'll see what happens. And this is going to sound weird, but I'm almost kind of relieved when I got, because I was worried, I'm I'm going to have it. It's going to be perfect for a month. Then it's going to crash. But honestly, right off the bat, it's a little it's just slow. It's a little not wonky, but it's just a little slow, which I'm totally cool with, especially for less than $100 for a fresh iPad that works, gets the job done. Because I exclusively use this, guys, just for streaming, to have multiple channels up at the same time. So not mad against it, but what I will say is it was almost like a relief, because I'm all right, I know something was up with it. So hopefully that's going to be the issue and it's not going to crash on me in a month, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Again, I'm not going to be actually working out today. I'm not doing a resistance. I'm doing just the full stream. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk. I got my coffee. We're going to talk about back to school. We're going to talk about the products that we have, sponsor products. Shout out to Hula. If you guys have questions, let me know in the carousel. And then I'm going to be actually doing a run after this. So I'm getting my own cardio. And instead of doing the bike, I wanted to get outdoors and run. So yeah, y'all, that's kind of the fun. I'm going to give it another minute here. Let kind of everyone trickle in. I'll start highlighting some products in a second. Highlight that puppy. That's the only slightly frustrating thing though, is when I hit the buttons, they can be delayed at times. So it's uh-oh. I have to just be patient, which is something I'm not always the best at. I'll be transparent with you guys. So to me, it's a good opportunity to work on being patient. Now let's see if I can renew the Lifestyle of Fitness channel so I can get the chat open. For some reason, the stream's not going and the chat's not opening up. Let me see if there's something over here. I'm just going to drop a message in here so you guys know I'm here. Yeah, y'all. So how's everybody doing today, by the way? If you guys are here and you're actually listening, because a lot of people, what I've learned on Amazon, a lot of people just watch. They don't listen to the audio. They just either check the chat, look at the products, look at the in-link coupons. Totally fine. So, but if you are here and you are listening, hit the comments, either if it's on another platform, let me know, because I love to know who's watching live, who's actually listening to the audio. If you're just kind of stopping in, whatever that looks like, it tremendously helps. So if you're watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, comment live, or just give me a comment now so I know you're here. Or if you end up watching the replay of this in the future, let me know, comment replay. Downside to Amazon is you can't actually comment when it's a replay. But let me know on future streams, I ended up watching, who watches the replays? Because the other thing I'm thinking about, guys, transparently, is I'm talking about this yesterday, is Amazon will only backlog 6 months of content. So what I want to do is, after the 6 months of content is if it's about to expire, it's 5 months old, I'm going to download it and then put it up onto our blog. So you guys can always get that. You can go to lifestyleoffitness.com for that blog link and be able to always, because again, last night's podcast, it wasn't just me and Kyle hanging out. We talked about neuromyofascial techniques, and being able to understand how that can apply to people and the benefits to it. So that's value. And then I went into this whole, like, again, random kind of breakdown on setting people up for goals. And like me and Lori just kind of went through it. So here's the other cool thing too, guys. Like if you guys want to come and hang out, and like, I think I'm going to offer up like once a week a session where I literally just hang out. I don't even necessarily I think I'll have a sponsor per se, or maybe it'll be a Hula sponsor. I don't know, but I'm going to hang out like the whole stream. I'll just do like Q&A and case studies. I won't charge it because, again, like I charge like $500 an hour for my time. Like that's like my rate right now. If someone wants a session with me, which no one, like, I don't even take clients right now. This is like, I'm exclusively working on the back end of my business. So if you do want to book time with me, it's going to cost you. And there's a reason to it. Again, I have almost 20 years experience. I've worked with over 30,000 clients through my company and our partnerships and all the things we've done. So I've had like a lot of experience. And again, it's more the results. Like we deliver results, man. Like that's the one thing I'm confident. If you show up, you do the job, we'll deliver results for you. And working through that. My point being is I want to give back to you guys as a thanks, especially on our way to A-lister. And even when we become A-listers and continue to grow the channel, I want to add value for you guys. And I don't want it to just be about the money. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you watch this in the future or whatever that looks like, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing a kind of like once a week or maybe even a daily like stream with Mike. That's just me going over products, but in between products, helping people brainstorm their goals, like what they should be focusing on that week, problem solving things within a capacity that is within Amazon's policies and is like not overstepping like my scope in a virtual capacity. Anyways, that's my 2 cents, y'all. But let's get into this pulse ox, everybody. I'm so excited to finally play my new B-rolls.
In this video, we're going over the LPOW Pulse Ox device. So this is super cool. It comes with the batteries. This takes 2 AA batteries. It came with them in the device, so you just pop them in, then you're ready to go. You push this button right here. When your finger's out, it won't take a measurement. You're just going to put your finger in. And then as you can see, it's going to take a couple seconds, and then it's going to tell me my oxygen levels, 60 or 96%. My heart rate is at about 82. And this is great, again, for monitoring your oxygen levels, your heart rate. It's super easy, convenient to use, portable. And because it's compact, it also comes with a cool little like wristband and lanyard so that you can attach this on if you want to. And then again, it comes with the instructions. So it's super easy to set up and use, but it comes with this manual in case you need it as well. Definitely a thumbs up.
Shabam, y'all. This is one that I got more use out of being at an outpatient facility, like getting lots of reps of utilizing this bad boy than any other setting. Like, to be transparent, don't really use a pulse ox as a personal trainer. Like, I mean, you could, but it like usually doesn't really make sense to what we're providing and what we're focusing on. But in an outpatient, like physical therapy, occupational therapy kind of setting, being a corrective exercise and a rehab tech, it was more applicable, especially with, we had like a geriatric population that we were working with. And that this was like a daily use item, like not even a daily use, like every hour pretty much being used. But those of you that are out there that like find value in this, like, you probably like either know you need one and or got one from a doctor, or they've talked to you about it. So you probably know who you are to use it. And if you're like, hey, I have no idea, how does this even benefit me? What I will say for like the common person that doesn't necessarily have any medical conditions, being able to measure your oxygen saturation levels is a good data point, meaning like the percentage of oxygen from your blood, and being able to look at your resting heart rate or your current heart rate. And this is an easy way to do it. Like we have smartwatches, there's apps, totally. I think they're a great option. This is a super cheap price point though. So to be able to have this as another tool, like I like it even as a trainer for my fighters, for my athletes. Like I honestly meant to bring it to the gym yesterday because we did some sparring rounds and some Shark Tank work for some of our competitors competing next month. And it would have been nice to actually see their oxygen saturation levels, which I missed, unfortunately. So that's on me. I'll own that bad boy. But with that being said, let's go into the next one. We're going to get into, I got, again, some really fun new stuff that we've got here too, y'all. So let me pull this up. We're going to get into the Zealous half ball balance trainer. Here we go. Ooh, this one's got a nice little discount, 10% off. Now, the cool thing about this combo is it's not only the half ball, but it's also got a set of resistance bands that hooks up to it, as well as it comes with a yoga ball. Get a nice little added bonus to it.
Oh, yeah, y'all. I'm super excited to be sharing the Zealous half ball trainer. Now, I literally just unpacked this, so I want to show you guys what it looks like, what you can expect coming right out before it's inflated. Again, this is a half ball, so it has half of it set up so it's going to go on the ground. You can have this non-slip, non-skid kind of material to anchor it. Then you can always, when you do inflate it, flip it over, have the rounded side down, and it can be very unstable, but a great piece of equipment. And as a bonus, it also comes with, again, I haven't inflated it yet, comes with an additional yoga ball. You can fully inflate this into a full ball. That's what I'm gonna do next. So we're gonna, in a second, snap to what it looks like when it's fully inflated. Ready?
And bam, y'all, this is where I get to like now cut to, because I haven't actually finished editing this particular shoppable video. So this is like the first.
Bam, yeah, editing magic. So we have the Zealous main piece inflated. So again, it's a half ball with the other side flat, having this nice non-skid. Now, what I thought were actually the straps to adjust, it's actually where the resistance bands are gonna strap on. So this is super cool to be able to use without any resistance, but it also comes with resistance bands, whether you wanna be standing on it, sitting on it, doing different types of push, pull, core movements. It's got a lot of versatility to it. And then, again, I wanted to just show you guys, it does come with an inflatable piece of equipment to help. And then the bonus is the free yoga ball as well. Again, super simple to set up, guys. Honestly, I would recommend if you have an air compressor using that, because this took maybe about 10 or so minutes for it to inflate. And that's pretty much it. Definitely a thumbs up, though.
Bam, y'all. I'm gonna tell you guys a story in between this as well, because I'm actually getting a text from some of my buddies out in Vegas about this emotional intelligence course that I went through that Gina will commonly refer to as the cult conference. And we stay like, we have like group chats, and I text with they're just friends, man. They're like family at this point. In my opinion, the way I view them, when you go through things from my experience, guys, with people, what about journey in March, Mike? Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story here in a second. Sorry, I'm just laughing. So the story goes like so this is how I got into this course, and it's really the full course. Like, you could do it in chunks. Like, you could do just the first weekend. Really, you're supposed to do the first two weekends that are like, I think 2 weeks apart. So it's like a 2 to 3 week window. These are in person. You go out to Vegas and you go to the location. It's shout out to Choice Center. It's a great business, and like just a group of people, and like truly is transforming the world. And I think sometimes, like, when things are misunderstood, there's like fear around it. So like, you can like, if you guys were to Google like Choice Center, you'd see interesting mixes. You'd see like amazing things being said, and you see some really crazy, like scary things being, when I say scary, like people are like, oh, they like, I don't even know what the you'll see some interesting reviews, not the nicest things. And I think people comment those things out of fear and not understanding. And also, like, transparently, it's an intense program. Like, it's an experiential program that is very powerful, but it's going to push you. It's going to push you. Like, it's what they refer to the entire, when you go through the 100-week program, it's like the Navy SEALs of emotional intelligence. So it's like meant to purposely challenge you, stretch you, push your buttons, try and break you in different ways. Maybe breaking you isn't the right way to word it, but they're purposely doing things. Everything's calculated. And my point of saying all this is a coach of mine, Coach Eric, who we had on last week on the podcast, who I really, really respect, mentioned that he was going through this. He's like, bro, trust me, this is life-changing, like life's transformational. Do it. Go to it. Get it done. And he wasn't like pushy about it, but he's like, just trust me. If you trust me, like, do this. Like, all right, man, like, dude, I trust you. I don't even need to know like anything else. Like, you emotional intelligence, I'm on board for that. Psychology, I love that stuff. Constantly trying to develop my growth. And like I was talking about like business development, he's like, hey man, I even see this impacting your business, and or having a positive impact, which it like did, transparent. Like, that was the biggest reason I went, honestly. It wasn't even for the emotional stuff. It was more for the business and like networking and things like that. And the indirect positive was like the relationships I've built and the connections. And like, truthfully though, like it's kind of hard, man, be transparent with you guys, because like it's bringing awareness to things, but I'm still like, I still have a lot of behaviors and patterns that I recognize that I'm still working on though. It's not like I've perfected and everything is magic. You know, it's like just bringing more awareness to things and having strategy. My point, anyways, long-windedly, go out to Vegas. I signed up for this like 2 weeks before the course started, and I thought it was all virtual. So like, all right, cool. We'll have Zoom meetings and all that fun stuff. And then the graduation weekend will be in Vegas. I'll be in like 3 months from now, so I'll book that. And I talked to the I think it's the CFO or the COO. Shout out to Corinne. She's like, hey, so did you get your flight and your hotel? I'm like, nah, it's like a couple months away. I figured I'll wait. She goes, no, like you got to be here next week. I'm like, what? So I book like last minute hotel, book a last minute flight. I go on, I forget the name of the app, but it was like an app that's like a Hopper or something like that. Like super cheap. It was like $50 I'm like, dude, dang, this is a hotel in Vegas, $50. How's that possible? I was like kind of skeptical. I looked it up and it said Las Vegas Boulevard. I didn't pay attention. It said, whatever the name of the hotel, like Las Vegas hotel, like Prim's apparently another town outside of Vegas, like 40 minutes outside of Vegas. So when I got there the first day, I rented a car and I put it in my GPS. I'm like, dang, this is like almost a 45-hour drive. Like, how am I gonna do this every day? So I go there, I check in. I'm like, oh, this is horrible. It was not what I was expecting. Now I understand why it's $50. Go to the meeting. The first day, I meet my buddy Will's going to come on this season of the Real Family-ish podcast. And I talked to my buddy, I meet him. We meet people. I meet like my first buddy for that weekend. Shout out to Angelina, my homie. Well, she'll be on the podcast too. I really want to get everyone I was in the class with to come on the podcast at different points to share their experience. Anyways, long-windedly, Will's like, dude, you're all the way in the we broke up in the groups. Will was in my group. This is my buddy who's in the chat right now that I'm talking to. And he's like, dude, don't go back and forth all the way to Prim. That's gonna be a nightmare, especially for this whole weekend. And then for the next time, he's like, dude, come stay with me, man. Like, I live 10 minutes away from here. I'm like right off the strip. I got a nice spot. I got an extra room. Like, you come stay. I'm like, bro, you've known me like less than an hour. Why are you opening up your doors to me and stuff? And he was just like, bro, so giving and so kind and so empathetic. It was awesome. And like to this day, like that's why I like, he's my homie, man. Like, and the reason I'm laughing though is because our coach going through this, one of our coaches, and me and him are on a group chat, and she's like, oh, I love your guys' bro, man. So I'm like, yeah, dude, like, dude, from day one, man, Will was holding it down for me. And it's like, I think about it, it's like, if I would have booked a regular hotel, I would have been on the strip, like probably wouldn't have developed the relationship we had. Like, he's helped me with business. Like, he's just a great friend. Like, it's interesting. I'm just going on a whole rant here, guys. But point being, I think it's interesting how the way one choice or one decision or one action can have that ripple effect and completely shift and transform your life. But with that being said, let's get into our Tweezer set, as well as the just like self-care. And this is perfect because we're actually leaving for New York today. I still got to shave, honestly. I'll own that, guys. I said I was going to shave before the stream yesterday. I'm actually going to stream before we leave today. And then I'm going to shave again before the wedding. So you guys will see some clean cuts tomorrow and Saturday before I do the wedding. So I'm still going to live stream tomorrow. We got our sponsored RDX stream tomorrow at 4:00. We're doing a $25 gift card for one person, and then another person is going to win one of their jump ropes. That's super cool. But let's check out the Face Made set.
In this video, we're going over the Face Made tweezer and self-care kit. So as you can see, this has a slot for each one of the tweezers and the razors and the scissors. So you have pointed tweezers, you have slanted. This is actually super cool. It comes with a really nice kind of eyebrow razor to get you really fine and in there and precise with your kind of eyebrow care. You got our nice scissors here, nice little bit of curvature as well. Super sharp, get the job done. And again, this is clutch for a travel kit as well. And it has a nice little latch right here that goes over to make sure nothing's gonna spill or fall. Super compact, easy to travel with, but I think it's just big enough where you're not gonna lose it either.
And bam, y'all. Sorry. So now like we're just getting messages going. So again, let me know if you guys have questions. Not only the products, but anything you see in the carousel that's not in order that I talked about or I didn't talk about, and really anything around. Like, we're going back to school, back into the fall. I wanted to also relate a lot of this stuff to that, give you guys some strategies, give you guys some tips. If you guys have questions, let me know and I'll work those in as well. Sorry, I'm just laughing at some of the just like some inside stuff. Anyways, so while we transition in between products, let's talk about. I'm going to give you guys one of my, back to fall, back to school fitness tips. And here is, I think, a really important one, especially when you have a new routine. And then, oh, what's going on? Is that Hulk retired? Is there a brace for people with tight low backs? I have a problem for standing for too long. Oh, what's up, Hulk retired? That's a great question, man. So, and again, here's my 2 cents on this. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go outside my scope, but here's what I will say from just like a like professional sense and a streaming sense. Let's see if this is going to, yeah, there we go. What I will say is the weightlifting belt I've highlighted right now can be helpful from a weight training perspective. But that wouldn't be something I'd wear like full time, like all day, every day. I would just wear that from a support standpoint. There are definitely braces and options you can have. But here's my 2 cents, Hulk retired. First off, great name. Maybe I'll start with this. Have you talked to your doctor? Have you worked with a doctor, a medical professional? Do you have like a diagnosis? Do you know if you have like herniated bulging discs, sciatica, anything like that? Or is it just like, I just kind of feel tight and maybe I could use some support? Because depending on what's going on there, there's a lot of different approaches that we can take. But I appreciate you asking that question. I'd love to offer up value and help you to whatever capacity I can address that and answer your question and give you value. So I'll keep checking that chat. With that being said, we'll keep it sliding into the next product. But again, going into my tip, the biggest thing I think I could stress with anytime there's a routine change is only focus on one thing. Just pick one thing, one habit. Like for me right now, my biggest habit is making sure I have adequate protein and I'm staying within a certain calorie range or portion and quantity range. Because for me, truthfully, guys, I can very easily eat 10 to 15,000 calories in a day. I know it sounds like a crazy number because it is. That's like a week's worth of food for like the average person. I could totally eat that in one day. If I have a good training session, like I could totally, not that I should be, but I can because of my appetite and like some of these psychological dynamics and behaviors and relationship I have with food. So my point to saying all that is my focus right now is on my food. What I mean by that more specifically is getting adequate protein, fiber, so I feel full and I'm not like tempted at the end of the day because here's what happens for most people, and I wonder if you can relate to this too, Hulk, is at the end of the day is when we're most vulnerable to eating not only more food, but the foods that we know we're really not supposed to. And when I say not supposed to, they're not going to be conducive at that time of the day. Like high sugar, high calorie foods that don't have a lot of nutrients, they don't have a lot of fiber or protein. They're just going to get turned into sugar pretty quickly, probably stored as fat because we don't need the extra calories. So as the day goes on, it's easy to have discipline. Then as your discipline battery drops, you're tempted to have those foods. So I'm just focused on that. And that's it. Whether I work out, I train, sleep, whatever else doesn't, it's those are good things, but I'm not as worried about it because I want to just reestablish and continue to refocus on my nutrition and then be able to take it and then like progressively work on sleep because they're interconnected. So my first back to school tip, whatever that looks like for you guys, whether it's for your kids, for you're a student, you're in grad school, you're in regular, high school, like hopefully if you're in high school, you're not watching this right now, but if you're a student yourself or you're a parent of students or you're just getting back into a fall routine and you're a teacher or some variation of that, pick one thing you're going to focus on, even if it's just like your sleep routine again. And then it doesn't give you a free pass to eat and do whatever you want, but don't stress about all those other things. And then every week we build upon that. That's kind of what I was talking about with Lori yesterday. But yeah, hope that helps. And with that being said, let's get into the charging port. And then we're going to talk about the drill bits that have a nice lightning deal right now. And then let me know if that helps, Hulk, because I saw your question, but I'm going to text it to you.
So in this video, we're looking at the Lenshan portable multi-device charger cable. So now this has the lightning cable you're going to plug in to your outlet box, and then you're going to have the option to have 3 different USBs and a lightning cable as well. Now, you're going to want to make sure that this is plugged in. This is not just to be portable without having an outlet connected to it. And then you'll be good to go. Again, having multiple devices in one shot is definitely a thumbs up. Easy to travel with, easy to move with. Again, it has that lightning cable. The box is not included, so you're gonna wanna have either like the box or the outlet for it separately. You plug this bad boy in and then you can use it on multiple devices here. Definitely thumbs up though, y'all.
And shabam. All right, so now we're going to pull that out. So now let's talk. So this is what I'll do. I'll kind of like back and forth, hit a product, then we'll talk a little bit, hit a product, then we'll talk a little bit. This will be a fun way. I personally enjoy that more than just like hammering through products, or when I'm working out, that's kind of like a nice pace. But since I'm not weight training today, I'm going to go for a run right after this, taking a different approach. And as you can see, I'm behind my desk. Also, I've got my you guys might be wondering, like, what are you wearing, Mike? Fun fact, yesterday, since Kyle was one of my main training partners when I won my light heavyweight title. And I put it on just in honor of like him and to bring back some memories and fun stuff. So I have a buddy of mine, like a childhood friend that was a really big wrestling fan. And he would have like WWE, HTW, ATW. Like he has like all these belts that he would wear, like hundreds of dollars for a belt. And he would like re-leather them and all that. And he's like, he would wear it. He's like, I just feels good to wear like a belt. And I'm like, yeah, man, like I earned this belt. Like I feel like most people that are champions in the fight world, they don't even like wear the belt. Like some definitely do. Most times they're just sitting on walls or in cases, which I usually do. I have it sitting in a case right over here. Usually I gave it to my coaches to have at the gym, to have at their house for a little bit because like I wanted to thank them. But honestly, it's kind of nice to like just wear it. It just feels good to have that. Like, I don't know. I kind of like it. And it reminds me like, yeah, dude, you're a champion. Like I guys, it's weird to say this, but it's like, I sacrifice and work so hard and to remind myself that I'm a champion at the end of the day. Like no one can ever take that away from me. Like I am the WKA light heavyweight champion from 2016, 17, 16, 17, I don't know, whatever. And like, no one can ever take that away from me. It's like a cool thing that, especially as like a professional fighter and an athlete, to realize that and to even be like a professional athlete was like, so I'm just getting notifications here. So my point being, yeah, that's in case you're wondering what I'm wearing. So with that being said, Hulk, let me pull up my chat so I can see it. Cause for whatever reason, not coming up on my TV, on my monitor. So I can't, so I got to keep going back and forth, between what the heck? That's weird. So I'm getting a message about someone that has type 1 diabetes in our gym that wants some support. He's taking 3 to 4 breaks for class. So that's what I host him up with. Insurance was giving him. All right, so we just got that in. Let's go back to the chat and see what Hulk is saying here. What's up, Hulk retired? Let's see if I missed anything. All right, doesn't look like I missed anything. Good. I just would have felt bad if you're like hanging out there. So, anyways, point being, now let's go back to another like back to school, back to fall, another tip. So we talked about pick one thing. Just pick one thing. Just stay focused on that. Here's the other thing I want you to also kind of keep in mind. We were talking about this yesterday with Lori, is like have incremental short-term goals as well as long-term goals. So we want to have a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10-year plan and goals related to that. But the 1 year plan, let's say to lose like 20 pounds, I'm just gonna make a number, like 20 pounds and whatever. So being able to, dude, I just saw a message coming. I'm like, that just blows my mind what people are telling people. Just from like one of our coaches that was saying, so like one of the dietitians told one of our clients like what to do. I'm like, dude, that makes no sense. But anyways, doesn't matter. Being able to pick that one habit, being able to have it tie back into the big goal, and then have incremental goals along the way that are measurable. And not judging yourself no matter where you are along that. So for example, 20 pounds in a year. Okay, so if I do 20 pounds, just do the math. If we do 20 pounds, that's how many pounds a month? That's how many pounds a week? That's half a pound a week, basically. So then I say, okay, this week my goal is to lose half a pound, but that's really not within our control, right? So the other aspect of that is like have your long-term and short-term goals, and then have the like short-term goals be around things. So if we're like, okay, I want to lose half a pound a week, I can't really control actually if my body loses half a pound or not. What you can control is what you eat, how much you move, how hydrated you stay, getting to bed on time, those kind of things. So then we pick one of those habits. And again, going back to the original tip is just stay focused on that, but pick a habit or an action that leads to a measurable goal. That's something you care about, but has a short term, like a 7-day destination. So it's not like 3 months in the future. That could be way too long. Like the next 7 days, that's more attainable. And that can be really, really beneficial and helpful. Let's see what Hulk retires in here. One of relatives was boxing champ in the 30s, named Kid Core. For thrills, he would go walking parks in New York with money sticking out of his pocket, wait to see if someone would grab it so he could fight him. I mean, here's the thing. So I'm from New York, by the way, and that will totally get you into a fight. But to be honest, you don't need to go to that extreme, man. If you want to fight somebody in New York, you don't need money. You don't need anything. You could just walk, bump shoulders, and then just continue to make eye contact and just start talking smack. Now, it's not a guarantee that everyone's going to fight you, but I guarantee you if you do that at least for 20 to 30 minutes, you're going to get into a fight. Now, maybe they were particularly looking for people who are trying to rob people and like kind of have a vigilante justice kind of a deal going on. But I get it, man. That's cool. What's funny, speaking of like having like boxing champs or things in your family, like I'm the first professional athlete in my family, first professional fighter in my family. Like no one in my whole family, from my understanding of it, in our generations of history, both in New York and like the Italian side, or like my family in Germany and all the Germans, no one's been a professional athlete. No one's been a professional fighter. So I'm not saying I want all my family to be professional fighters, especially not fighters, especially my daughters per se, but hopefully the goal is to like open up possibilities for people. Cause like when you think, oh, no one in our family's done that. Like it's like being first generation in a new country, first generation and go graduate college, get a degree, graduate high school, whatever. It's like always the first, but hopefully that opens up the floodgates. But that's cool, Hulk. I definitely appreciate that, especially someone that's a combat sports fan. With that being said, let's go into the Cozy Step drill bits. They have a lightning deal right now. Oh, dang. Is that 50% off? Damn, got 50% off. Let me do a little screen share here for you guys so you can see what's going down. Boom. I'm going to pull myself out of this. You guys don't want to see me. So we got again, Cozy drill bit. So what you'll see here at the bottom, guys, is not only does it have like the measurements, but because it's a step style drill bit, let's see if I can get another picture that'll show this perfect. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So see how it has each measurement on the drill bit itself. So as you go deeper and deeper down, obviously the wider and wider the hole is going to get. So it's cool though. So you don't need, this has 10, I think it's 9, 10, 5. Like there's like over 30 drill bit sizes between these 5 drill bits. So it's way more space efficient and cost effective right now because we got a lightning deal. Save 50%. Only 16% are claimed right now, so you guys can get on that. Let's play a little video here for you guys. Oh, geez, that's loud. I'm going to just kind of like hang out while we play that. I don't think you guys can hear that, can you? Bum, bum, bum. And these are super easy to use. Like, again, while I've worked as a rehab tech before in the past years, which means like hands-on with like medical equipment, and I learned a lot of things from an amazing physical therapy and occupational therapy team I worked with and just rehab team. I'm not like a super handy person. Like I'm not like, I could like work on a construction site, but I wouldn't know what the hell's going on. I would just like help move things and I pick up things quickly, but like this is not my innate natural state. It's more in the gym and like around food and stuff. But I've used these twice now. Super easy to use. My point of saying all that is like, listen, don't be intimidated by this. They're super easy to use and like smooth. The key though is you do want to have a drill that you can use this drill bit for. But I want to assume that's common sense, but I also don't want to make that assumption because I don't really have common sense. Like to be honest with you guys, I feel like as I've academically studied more, I've started to lose my traditional common sense. And like it feels like that brain power has been allocated to like just other academic pieces of information and things I've learned along the way. And then, oh, hey, what's up? I'm going to butcher that. And what's up from Phoenix? I'm going to say Cicia. Did I get close? Cicia Boizo. Thanks for dropping by, Cicia Boizo. I appreciate you. type it in too, just in case you're not listening. Again, that reminds me, guys, if you're not following already, please feel free to follow. And when you guys do that, go over to the link tree here, because here, I'm going to do a little quick screen share. I'm going to show you guys something cool. We're doing $1,000 cash giveaway. I mean, technically it's going to be like a gift card, but it's like cash. You can use it wherever. It's going to be like a Visa gift card, or maybe we'll make it an Amazon gift card. I'm not sure, but you go over to our link tree right here. I have that below in the scrolling banner and in the comments in the carousel. Click on that $1,000 gift card giveaway. Gina, who's our co-host for The Real Family-ish, Anna, the professional goddess, one of Gina's clients, and so that came on the podcast for season 2. We're all doing a $1,000 gift card. So all 3 of us are sponsoring this. Again, you can refer people. You just basically put your name in. I'm already entered, as you can see, just to like demo it, but let's see like what it looks like. Boom, you put your name, your email in, and then you can just make sure you're following all these accounts. Click on them, follow. That's how we make sure we verify that you're going to be entered, by following all of these Amazon accounts. And you get 20 in added entries by doing that. And then you can follow on TikTok, social media, Instagram, all that good stuff, guys. So with that being said, let's get into the next one. And then I'm going to go back to the chat to see if I missed anything from CISA. I got it. What's up? Sweet. Well, thank you for letting me know. And we're working on, I'm working on, especially now, like, because I'm streaming more and like you see more people's names, you just got to like kind of get a practice, get those reps in. But I'm always like, am I going to mess this up? But nowadays I'm even like, no, I'm totally going to nail this. Got to have that confidence, right? So let me make sure I actually downloaded. I don't think I actually downloaded the mini massage gun video that I did. Of course, why would that work? Come on, Google, get it together. You know what's funny, man? When like Google or Amazon has an issue, just like any business can have an issue from time to time, but because they're like multi-billion-dollar, almost trillion-dollar companies, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm like, you're never allowed to like not work or make a mistake, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Google, whether it's Facebook, whatever, these massive entities. Like, nah, dude, you guys can't not work because you make way too much money, and I have too high of an expectation, and I feel like we're kind of spoiled, like especially with technology, dude. Think about like even just 20 years ago where things were versus where things are now. It's kind of crazy. Not even kind of crazy. It's 100% crazy. And I think being able to appreciate and understand that and not take things too seriously can be helpful from my experience. Because otherwise I can get like so pissed that like, a Google file, something's not working and it takes like an extra second. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. All right, boom. We're going to put that there. Oh, we got the mini massage gun ready. So let's play a little B-roll on that. And then let me see if we got any questions come up. And then Hulk, thanks for jumping on over to this channel as well. Appreciate the follow. And then nice to meet you. Most of the time I'm watching Randall constant stream or Utechpia. Have a nice day. Nice, man. Yeah, guys, go also. Speaking of Randall and Dave, go check them out. Utechpia, Randall, they're great streamers. I love them both. I appreciate you hopping by and just saying hey and getting the follow. And that's like, here's the thing. I actually do. I gotta be transparent with you guys. So like, I'm gonna give you some behind the scenes stuff. Let me just share this really quick. Boom, or remove it. So I'm going to be honest. Like if you guys are on the Discord channels, let me actually ask this. Who, if anybody, is on the Discord channels that we have for our Amazon influencers and the streamers? Because like if you guys are, interested, we have Discord channels that you can like stay in touch, chat, not only during the live streams, but also in between live streams so you can see the schedule and things like that. And my point of asking this though is I kind of wanted to apologize to anyone if you are in the Discord channels, because especially on like Dave messaged me the other day and was like, hey dude, like stop promoting all your own stuff and not interacting and adding value. And I wanted to just own that and acknowledge that. Like I'll be transparent with you guys. Sometimes I get very tempted to just like self-promote, but I also always want to add value for you guys. So it's like I'm trying to find that balance. So anyone that's in the Discord channel and like I've just been too spammy, I appreciate you guys being patient with me and like David letting me know and just being like, hey man, it's cool. Like just add value to like remind its community. Cause that's like when we're streaming, guys, I don't just say like, hey, buy my stuff, do this. I really am very focused on adding value for you guys, giving you tips, trying to say, hey, if you have questions or problems, like I'll even do the best that I can to work on like goal setting with you guys, even during the streams and offer up insight, adding resources and not necessarily always making it about money. But anyways, let's play this B-roll, and I'm also going to get my Celsius energy drink too. I'm going to get a little bit more. I'm going to have my coffee plus my energy drink, get all the caffeine before my run.
So in this video, we're going over the Meroc mini massage gun. And as the name might insinuate, it's a miniature version of what you would traditionally expect to see from a massage gun. And when I say mini, just smaller in size and stature. Now, to be transparent, while it's still super simple to use, the power on it is proportionately less from my experience. With the mini massager, it does have 3 levels. At the top level, you can hear it right now. It still has great intensity, good percussion, super simple to use. It came charged, which is always a thumbs up to me. And the reason I like this for travel, at your desk, being able to have it in your car, like it's a super, super easy and convenient option. And again, it has 4 different attachment heads, have everything from the flat to the bullet to the rounded to the specialized prong, has an instruction manual as well to give you all the insight, and then comes with this nice, simple to grab and go carrier. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all, especially if you're on the go.
All right, guys, I made it. Sorry, I had to swap out a load of laundry over here. We're going to probably take back in. Let's get into some more awesome sauce. Oh, I just realized I still have the video up. Hold on, let me pull this bad boy down. Might be, y'all. I had to go swap out some laundry really quick. Again, leaving for New York after this. So I'm going to go for a run, get some stuff together, take care of some, like, things around the house, and boom, driving up to New York, man. So, getting laundry, we're getting stuff done here. But with that being said, let's get into the next product. And again, if you guys got questions, as always, let me know. I'm always happy to like problem solve, add value, or just dig into some combos. Clearly, I love talking. You guys know this hopefully about me at this point or this stage of the game. Oh, let's get into the weighted hula hoopies. Wait for it. There we go. There we go. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to break it down, this weighted hula hoop. And I got to say, right off the bat, I was a little skeptical when I got it, just because I thought it was potentially a gimmicky idea. But, you know, after being able to apply it and use it myself, and be able to have my wife use it, and actually just to like look at the just objective kind of data and information around it, this actually gets a thumbs up for me. Again, as a strength conditioning coach, this is one I was like, again, somewhat skeptical of, but looking at how it actually causes you to engage the core, the anti-rotation component of it, and being able to, just from a coordination standpoint, get it to move, it was actually a really solid product. The one thing I will say is make sure you have this thing locked in place. Otherwise, I had it kind of like not fully locked into the magnet, and it kind of came off. So just make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, this gets a complete thumbs up for me. It's actually something I'll be using with some of my in-person clients and recommending to some of my virtual clients as well. So, yeah, y'all. Oh, yeah, y'all. Look at that timing. You guys see that? Almost to the second, came right back in. All right. So yeah, dude, I like, especially the way to Hulu. This one was, I think, probably, if I had to pick one that was like the most surprising, where I made an assumption about a product that'll kind of be garbage, and it actually is one that I used more than I thought I would, and my wife too. Like, dude, this is actually one all of my family uses. My kids, my wife, and I, we all use this. And it's actually like a fun way to, I personally like using it for warming up, but it can be a really nice way to supplement your like core routine, even just getting an extra, just dude, any kind of movement is better than just sitting on the couch, in my humble opinion, unless you need to recover. And then there's like soft tissue work. Me and Kyle were talking about that yesterday on the live stream, and then off the live stream, we're going to like dig into, I want to do a demo with Kyle where he'll demo some of the value of like self-care and those kind of components. So yeah, anyways, with that being said, what are we going to get into next, y'all? Do you guys have any requests for what we talk about next? Or again, guys, whether you're watching on Amazon or you're watching on any of the other platforms, if you guys have questions, especially like I wanted to keep it around like back to the school routine, back to fall, like fall fitness. So if you guys want any kind of tips or things like that, the other thing I will say, man, is being able to have a set of resistance bands and then also have a jumper. This is something I was talking about yesterday because this is what reminded me of it was our sponsored stream tomorrow. It's going to be with RDX Sports. We're going to have a bunch of like cool fitness stuff. And one of the products we're giving away is the jump rope. We're also doing a $25 gift card giveaway, but also a jump rope. And for the jump rope, it reminded me how versatile, like how like it's a small piece of equipment, right? Like it doesn't take up a lot of space, not heavy, super easy to travel with. I mean, even just like sneakers are like probably super easy too. But cool thing is like you don't even need sneakers to jump rope. You could do it like in your living room, depending on the size and the space. Like, but if you're at a hotel, you could probably do it in the hotel room, depending on again the setup and the space. Again, having jump rope and resistance bands are literally all you need to get a total body strength conditioning protocol in between aerobic training, between resistance training, between like mobility. Like, and if you really wanted to round it out, so if we say, all right, what's a jump rope? Jump rope's like $15 maybe, if that, like 10 to $20. Let's say that. So let's say 15 plus, set of resistance bands are going to be like 25, $30. So let's call it 45. Let's just say $50 rounding up. So for $50, you could have all you really need for your training protocols. And then for another maybe $20, let's look on my other channel to see like what, like we have a vibrating foam roller that I have. That one's like $40, but even just like a basic Amazon basic one, $15, $16. So for less than $100, you can have everything you need for strength training, aerobic training, even soft tissue and recovery for really less than $75, which is like, I think crazy. And I just think most people don't know about that or think like, oh, okay, like I can get everything I need with a set of resistance bands, a jump rope, and a foam roller. So I think that's also like when I go back to adding value and giving you guys insight, like understand you don't need to have a crazy fancy gym. Like, is a gym nice? 100%. Do I know coaches? Like I have my buddy Will I was talking about before. He will only work with clients that have a gym membership or have a really nice home gym. And I understand why, because of the service and the program he provides. Now, the service and the program we provide is our own version of it that you don't necessarily need to have a gym membership, but you will need to have at least the ability to move. Like you just need your body, honestly, for especially the first phase of our workout program and our nutrition protocol. You can see more on that, guys. Lifestyleoffitness.com. We have a 12-week body recomposition program. I've got, we actually had I'll be really transparent with you guys. We had one of our clients, drop. They had an unfortunate, just like personal scenario that I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I don't think now is a great time to do this. I think that we can pause this and come back. So we're going to say we have 5 clients right now active. We're going to get 20 spots open from now until October 1st. This week we have 5 spots open for the rest of the week. And I'm picking one of those spots to actually do one-on-one sessions with me. I was thinking like last month I did 3. The first 3 people to sign up got like one-on-one session with me twice a week. This month I'm going to do, you'll get sessions. They're just going to be less and they won't be the same length and volume, but I still want to add value for you guys to incentivize you. And just as a tip, guys, again, I told you this with the nutrition course that we were giving it away for free. We gave away like 25,000 scholarships for free access for our $1,000 program. This we're charging $3,000 for right now. We're going to charge more October 1st because we're going to even add more to it. We're building upon the program and the service. So the price is going to even go up in starting October 1st. So if you hear 3,000, no, it's probably going to go up to 5,000 October 1st. And it's even, we're probably going to charge 10,000. But I like to over deliver and undercharge and still be able to like have a really quality product. So just a heads up on that. I'm going to stop ranting here though for that. If you guys have questions, let me know. But my point is, and again, I'm plugging that, but I also don't want you guys don't have to sign up for a program. Come hang out with me here live on Amazon. If you guys want, like I'll coach and work through this with you guys and offer up my perspective as a professional coach. I will gladly support that to you guys for just hanging out and streaming with me. Now, here's the caveat though, because we're on a live streaming platform, you're going to have your information being publicly like out there. When I say information, I mean like what you're talking about. So keep that in mind. And I like repurpose this content. So that's what I was saying. After 6 months, Amazon drops these streams. So you can't go back more than 6 months. I've been live streaming for over a year now. So now I don't want to lose all of this content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out a strategy and a team that we're going to download this, upload it to our blog, and then you guys will be able to have access to that too. And then I'm also going to say I might butcher this, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. And I appreciate, thanks for the follow. I want to say it's Andre, which is like simple enough, but I feel like the I instead of like a W for like Andrew could be throwing me off. So I want to say it's Andre. But Andre Clichy? Klaishi. Thank you for the follow. I'm like reading it, trying to figure out like, hey, how am I saying this? Thanks for the follow, either way. Yeah, my keyboard died again. How did my keyboard die? I feel like I just charged this bad boy. How is this happening, y'all? All right, with that being said, though, we're going to go into our next problem. Ooh, we'll go into the phone holder, and I'm going to try and grab one of my cables that hopefully it's not. Okay, yeah, this one I got to pack in the car. Boom. Let's plug in my keyboard so I actually can type here. And then, Andre, let me know if I got that name pronunciation right, or if I didn't, or if you're even like listening. That's totally cool. Bam. All right, so now let's get into our. I've got. Did I not download it? So I have. I got to download all this. I figure out what I'm going to do with that. All right. I'm going to actually rename this while this is happening. Is it? And then we're going to say part 2. Boom. So I have like 4 different parts. So I'm just like naming them and downloading them right now. And then I'm going to play this for you guys. So while I'm doing this, while I'm actually like taking care of this, let's also go over another tip for the fall or just around fitness and nutrition. This one's actually, I made a post about this. And this one's more so use and leverage a calendar, especially if you're a family and you have a partner and you have kids and you're trying to balance out like who's doing what, who's got a game on what day, who has like parent teacher night, who like honestly, our daughter's younger. So she's in like preschool. So there's like yesterday was like the open house or no, it was yesterday. So yesterday's open house or was it Tuesday? It was definitely Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday was the open house. And my wife was like, I got her, I'll bring her to that. Like last year when we did, it wasn't the open house, but it was like, you either pay money or you like come and like volunteer your time and like support setting up some things. So last year I personally went because I wanted to be involved with like stuff. And like Ashley usually picks up and drops Lena off at school. So that was like my opportunity. Like, all right, this is how I can be involved. This year I didn't honestly I didn't make the time for it. And like, I don't like saying I didn't have the time. It's like, I just didn't make the time for it. I really wasn't on really to be transparent with you guys. It wasn't a priority or on my radar as much. And that's just kind of like indicative to some of the things I'm focusing on right now. So long-windedly, my point of saying all this is my tip for you guys is have a calendar that the entire family can use, whether it's like using a Google Calendar or an actual physical calendar. That's what we find success with, using like markers or different colors to highlight different events or different things that are going on. And it helps just stay organized. So you're like, oh, right, picking up Lena at 2:00 today. Ashley's got that. I'm doing it tomorrow, or I'm bringing her to school, or whatever that looks like, guys. That's I think like a big value. Okay, wait, boom. Okay, cool. So now we got this. Let's actually now upload some of the, tell me they didn't. There you go. Here we go. So this is like me in the car. Like I was going to do an overview or like voiceover, but don't mind the noises and stuff in the background. I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to like literally as it comes out of the case, how easy to put in, set up, and then boom. All right, so now let's play another video. I'll play the second one. Let's see if this one won't be too much background noise. Yeah, so this is a good example. Like once it's put together, you literally just hook it right into the car. Super, like again, it has this super simple setup. And you can adjust that part that I was just screwing in the other video to tighten it up to make sure it's at the right length for hooking into your like AC vent. And again, you just pinch those sides. It's a super, super clutch phone holder. I'm going to be getting my money's worth out of that. Not that I didn't even pay for this. They just sent it to us for free to be transparent since it is a sponsor of ours. I'm going to get full function and use out of it though as we drive up to New York. Again, it's supposed to be like 11.5-hour drive. We're probably going to be because we're going to upstate New York. So it's going to be like 14 hours or something probably. Whew. You're going to have a fun drive overnight. Probably going to stop somewhere along the way. Otherwise, I don't know if we're going to make it. And it's cool because at least Ashley will be with me and the kids. So when you're driving by yourself, to me, that's the hardest. It's cool sometimes to just zone out, but it's hard because you can't rotate or swap with someone. So like Ashley can sleep a little bit and I can sleep a little bit and she can say we can rotate, kind of go back and forth. I got to give a shout out to Ashley, though. She's like a champ when it comes to driving, man. Like I've worked on this over the last couple of years to get better and not having to stop all the time. And like I shift my hydration so I don't need to pee every 20, 30 minutes because I usually hydrate a lot and it makes you have to pee quite a bit. So I've like shifted that. So like I only have to stop nowadays unless it's like absolute emergency. It's for the kids or we have to get gas. Otherwise, like getting that bladder down, y'all, getting that timing on my hydration down too. But let's get into the multiple use tissues here. This is also, again, great for like back to school for like makeup remover or just like these are the kind of things I think are handy to have in your bag and just at your office and stuff like that in general.
So in this video, we're going over the reusable and disposable face tissues. This is by ITO. Comes in a pack of 80 sheets per roll. And the cool thing is, again, I'm going to peel one off right here really quick so you can see it's got dual-sided. So one side has nice texture. The other side is going to be nice and smooth. So depending on what you want to use it for, my wife likes using it for her makeup removal. Then she can rinse it off, reuse it. I personally like using it here in the gym. When I'm working out, I get super sweaty. Instead of grabbing a towel, boom, I can just dry myself off. And then again, if you want to, you can rinse it off and reuse it up to 2 to 3 times. Now, my 2 cents on that is I wouldn't reuse it for things like in the gym. I use it once and I get rid of it. But for like facial removal, makeup removal, for maybe if you have a spill, like sometimes I'll spill my seltzer, my water here, I would definitely just reuse it 2 or 3 times for that purpose. But again, use that at your discretion, but definitely a really cool option to have for reusable purposes. And again, having the dual side textural for, again, maybe some exfoliation or makeup remover, and then the smooth side as well. Thumbs up, y'all. Even for my kids, using it for them, for cleanups when we need it, is definitely a thumbs up and comes in clutch.
Bam, y'all. So I'm going through like emails in between the B-roll, and I'm just reading from one of our brand deals, their thoughts on something. It's interesting. Like, yeah, let me see this. Let's see this person, dude. That's why. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm making some assumptions about people right now. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but to me, totally makes sense. Anyways, let's see if you want to go to see how it goes. To know your take on this matter. Why is this guy so annoying? Yeah, dude, I got to be honest with you guys. This dude's kind of annoying me a little bit. It's like, why are you asking me so many questions, trying to tell me how to live my life? Like, you either trust me or that's a big thing. I think it comes down to a lot of different things, man, where I get more personally attacked than anything. Is like, it sounds like you don't trust me. That's what I'm hearing you saying. I mean, that's usually not what people are saying, but like, I jump to those conclusions. Even going back to the emotional intelligence stuff I was talking about, it's like in the past, I wouldn't even realize that's what I was doing. At least now, while I can still be upset about it, I can recognize and have an awareness like, oh, that's why I'm upset. I'm upset because it feels like you don't trust me, which I think is a very valuable piece of insight to have. With that being said, though, let's keep shifting gears here. Let's get into the wrist wraps. And again, this is another tool in the toolbox from a training perspective, but I don't think these are like the end all be all. You should always be using them. Wait a sec. Loading. I thought it's just taking a minute to load, guys. Hold up. I'm also just going through the carousel. Bink.
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Air Pop wrist support straps. Now, these are actually really cool and can be really beneficial if you do have chronic wrist issues or anything like that, and you want to have some additional support. So you just kind of hook your thumb right through here. You're going to wrap it around your wrist to give you some added support as tight as you like and as it feels good. And it can help you kind of, again, keep that alignment in your wrist, give you some support. There's pros and cons to this. Depending on, again, what's going on, if there's an injury there, again, talk to a physical therapist or a doctor. This isn't medical advice, but this can be a great tool to help support your wrists and be able to give you that added support when you're going for maximal lifts or pushing yourself. But again, get some more insight. These can be great options, though. I definitely do recommend them. And the cool thing about this is the material is they're not going to hold on to the sweat as much, so you can wash them, and they're going to be nice and clean and sanitized. So definitely a thumbs up.
And bam, y'all. All right, so let's keep it rolling. And again, in between, guys, I'll gladly hit different topics, tips, talking points if you guys got questions, but feels like we've been on a roll here, hitting the B-roll, so we'll keep it kind of going. I'm actually using this phone case holder right now. So it's ironic, but I'm still going to play the B-roll because I think it just breaks it down in a nice way. And then I don't feel like I'm necessarily like repeating myself. Boom. Let's look at phone. What's everybody got going down this weekend? I'm always curious.
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Lamicall phone stand. Now, this one is clutch on the engineering design side because it not only has a little area that you could put your cables and your wiring through to plug it in to keep it charging if you're still using while charging. But the other thing I like about this is, check this out. It actually can move, so you can adjust the angle, so that this is one I definitely am using now more so during my live streams. So when I'm actually having my phone rest on it, I can play with the angle, especially if I stand up, move, have the adjustability, and then be able to charge it, plug it in, have all the wires and whatnot coming back through here. So definitely a thumbs up, super functional, and highly recommend.
Bam. And ironically, actually, I'm not using the back part. As you can see today, I have the cable, but just to demo exactly what I'm talking about. Slides right back through here. Boop. Plug it in. Now, the only thing I will say, guys, check this out, is depending on the angle you have it, if you go too far down at like a kind of narrow closed angle, I feel like it'll put too much pressure on the charging cable. So you kind of want to have it slightly up a bit more so it's not putting that same kind of pressure on the cable. Boop. But you don't even need to technically use that like port. If you find it easier, you could just pull it out. I like that kind of a setup, or maybe pulling it up higher. You got room for multiple kind of cables to go through, which I think is just super cool. And it just makes sense from like a function standpoint, for like a functional use. All right, let's see what we got next, y'all. Oh, we got the soldier shades. So these aviators, listen, aviators are probably like my favorite overall style of sunglasses. Now, to be transparent with you guys, these shades are in my wife's car right now, and I really like, she just wears them. Now, these are unisex set of glasses, like for both men and women, but you can get different color tones and shades, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about to make it either a little bit more feminine per se, maybe a little bit more masculine, depending on what your flavor, your taste is. But they really like, I like aviators. Like you can see that style, again, colors, you can rock them on both. But what's interesting is normally I love the aviator style over everything else. Is my absolute favorite. However, wait, do I have a call in an hour? No, okay, it's at 4. I was gonna say, dang. I was like, wait, why do I still have a call? I shouldn't have a call. So anyways, yeah, with the Soho aviators, like I just like the rounded, but I'll be honest, Soho has another pair of shades I like even more than this that aren't like a rounded aviator style. They're kind of more squared and boxy looking, which I normally don't like. And what you can go through here is, again, you can pick different colored lenses and frames. You can go with like, again, maybe a more masculine look. Do we want to go like black on gray, or maybe we even do like a black on black, or black on blue. No, I don't like that. I'll be honest. Not a huge fan. Let's see what else kind of. Ooh, I like that one too. I like the matte black and green. But anyways, it's again. Ooh, is that just like pure? No, wait. There we go. Oh, that's the black and gray again. But my point is, guys, again, for the price point too, here's an important thing. Whether it's the polarized sunglasses that I had earlier in the carousel or these, every set of glasses, I always see, do they pass the fitness test? If they don't pass the fitness test, I may still actually use them from like an aesthetics and a fashion. I'm not that big into, like, I'm not into fashion to the point where like I need to have a name brand for it to work. But if I really like how they look, I'm like, all right, cool. These will just be for like hanging out. I won't wear them for fitness purposes. But my point, here's the fitness test. This is how I do them. I'm trying to see if I have any of my glasses here right now. They're usually all in the car, like scattered around the house. But what I'll do is I'll put them on. And I'll first just lean forward, see, do they fall off? Then I'll shake my head, do they fall off? Then I'll actually like jump around, go for a run, shadow box, whatever, see, do they fall off? Then I'll do a push-up, do they fall off? Oh, look, whoa. So finally, my LOF channel finally came through. So now I can like hype, even though it's like, doesn't matter. We're getting towards the end of the stream anyway. But my point being, that's kind of the fitness test. And the last level of the fitness test is, can I do a burpee with them and they don't fall off? So these pass that, all of those tests. Polaroid sunglasses I had earlier in Castle, they pass all that test as well. So these have a really good fit from my experience. Now, everyone's obviously head's going to be slightly different, but the way they've set up the bridge and the grip and the texture, I think that's a tremendous help to them not falling off and just having a good fit. Plus, you have I think these are still in the Amazon bestseller in this category. So you can see there's over 3,000 people that have reviewed this. Plus, you got 24% off. So combos, that's always something I look for, guys. Just because it has a lot of reviews doesn't necessarily make it legit either. Because here's the thing, on Amazon, you got to be very, in my experience, and probably a lot of you know this, there's companies and they're getting banned left and right. Like any of my streamers out there watching or influencers, like be careful with this kind of stuff, because people are like, oh, I will send you a free product for an Amazon review. And like, that's actually against Amazon policies. Oh, what's up, Katrina? Thank you for the follow. So if you guys are, let's say, I'll make you, I'll give you a review. I'll give you a 5-star review if you get this product. Like, that's against Amazon policy. You can't say, hey, I'll give you a guaranteed review just to give me the product, because like that's manipulative. That's really, and they're going to eventually get their account banned. And people that work with those people are going to get your account. You're going to get your account banned too. So you got to be careful with reviews, because sometimes they don't get caught for a while, but eventually they're always going to get caught, especially with the scale and the technology of Amazon. They get caught. You guys are going to get in trouble. So my point of saying all that is, just because they have reviews isn't like end all be all. It's a helpful insight, especially when there's thousands. It's also, I like looking at not only 5-star reviews, 1-star reviews, everything in between. What's the split? So obviously, and if you guys are watching this kind of content, I think being able to have someone to offer up insight is interesting and informative for you. So like, obviously you're probably going to look at the reviews or the other videos, but be mindful. Like, even like I'm sponsored by these products. Now, here's the thing. They're not paying me to say anything in particular. They're just saying, hey, we'll pay you to talk about our products. Whatever your experience is, share that. Like, I share the good and the bad. I don't even like saying good and bad. I say all the aspects where I think there's value, where I think there's still things they can improve. Like, I'm here to create content and add value for you guys at the end of the day. Yes, of course, I want the sponsors and the brands to like make money and to sell and to do those things, but I don't want it to be at a cost to myself. So just like some of the variables to be mindful of, because again, it's tempting, man, when you get like a lot of money thrown at you to just say whatever, like, but that's where like I take a lot of pride, honestly, in turning down. Like, I just messaged a brand before. I'm like, hey, I just don't think I'm a good fit for this one. I'll refer you to other people. Like, it's important to say that from time to time, to respect the integrity and to make, and like, this is where like I'm a people pleaser. So like, I just want to say yes and take on everything. But saying no is a valuable skill I've learned, and I'm continuously learning to apply in the proper situation. But anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting here, guys. Let's get into the initial force adjustable dumbbells too.
In this video, we're looking at the initial force adjustable dumbbell. Now, the cool thing about this is it's not only going from 55 pounds, but look at how we adjust it. You have a turn of the knob, and then bam, that's how you're going to be adjusting the weight. And then it literally just slides right out, slide back in. Again, adjust the weight, click it into place. And same thing. Now, one thing I want to show you is how is this working? These two little nodules right here are actually activating as springs, or as little presses on these springs right here that are the locking mechanism. So that's what keeps it safe. Super easy. From my experience, this handle is the fastest to swap out. Definitely a recommend. Now, this is also a single dumbbell when you order them. So if you want a complete set of two, you're going to have to order 2 of them. Definitely a thumbs up though.
And shabam, y'all. All right, what we got into next? Oh, let's go into the Lavuk backpack. This is, again, a clutch one for back to school, fall fitness. Like, this, perfect alignment, in my opinion, for it. So let's break down a couple of the variables. Oh, it's got a lightning deal right now. I didn't even know we got a lightning deal going down. What's up? Let's do a little screen share. I'll click on this puppy. Let's get our screen share on so you can break down some of this stuff. You can see the deal. So we got, again, 50% off right now, guys. So you're saving 50%. There's already almost half of them are claimed. So get on that if you guys want. And here's the coolest feature, I think, from a back to school or like work and office is, look, it has a charging port. So you can externally charge your device, laptop, whatever. It plugs right into your bag. Now, the key to this, though, I'll be honest with you guys, is you need to provide the battery. This doesn't come with the battery. Look, it says power bank not included. So you need to provide that. And honestly, like, you can get one for like $20 for a pack of 2. Usually if you go down and you see like what this is bought with, let's see if it'll have it here. Like, I was looking at it the other day and it says usually buy with, and then it'll show like examples of different power banks. Oh, it doesn't look like it has it. Now it's just making me look silly. Let's look at the bottom here, though. Let's see if it's got me here live, too. Related. So, yeah, like, if you can look at the views, guys, like, even just these, like, shoppable videos are what they're called, like, or even the posts and stuff, like, people are making money with all this kind of, like, even these, like, these are all people that are getting a commission, or they're getting paid a flat fee and the commission to make this kind of stuff. So no, like, even when I do this, I try and be as transparent as possible, but always keep that in mind. Again, look at the storage. This has 19 pockets. So we got our laptop. We got a tablet. I was gonna say second laptop. You got your umbrella. We got our water bottle over here. We got our wipes. We got our phone, wallet, notebook. Bam, we are good to go. Now, here's a cool thing too for the traveling by flight, not driving. This is easy to go onto your luggage. It's got a nice little luggage strap to hold it onto the handle. Pretty clutch, y'all. Pretty clutch. And plus, you got a lightning deal, so you got a great time to buy it from a price point perspective. And again, without questions, we'll keep it rolling. But again, guys, if you do have questions, always feel free to throw them, whether it's the product I'm talking about right now, something else, drop it in the chat, and I'll happily elaborate, dig in, and all that fun stuff. Hold on, let's see. Boom. We're getting into the last half dozen products here, y'all. And I'm going to get my run on. It's almost run time. Let's get it. I'm getting pumped up. Caffeine's kicking. So just to dig in here a little bit more and to highlight, I wanted to have two different B-rolls playing. Right up here is the chicken wings. Right over here are the dehydrated mangoes. What I actually did, because I wanted to show you guys, I think sometimes when we think about changing up your nutrition habits and whatnot, it's I have to have everything from scratch. It has to be perfect. I'll be honest with you, no. Sometimes I don't have the time to make fresh chicken wings with my own sauce and whatnot. So I bought these from the store, straight up from the freezer. They already had the buffalo ranch sauce on. I threw them right into the air fryer toaster, threw the settings on, be able to throw it on air fryer. I put it on 20 minutes, I believe, and 10 minutes about halfway through. I just flip them, got them nice and crispy, and they were amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys specifically for this one, so you guys can understand, again, even as a health professional, this is what I do for a living. Ideally, it's great to have organic and fresh and make your own sauce and do all that stuff, totally. But sometimes, based on time and bandwidth and what you have going on, this might be the best option. It's about making the best choice and the best option you have at that time. And being able to have the Geek Chef air fryer toaster can help leverage that a little bit more, have it a little bit more convenient. You don't have to worry about preheating it and stuff like that, which to me was pretty awesome, because that's one of my hesitations when it comes to using the oven, which I still use at times. It's just I don't want to have to preheat it and wait. It adds more time onto it. So literally dial it to 20 minutes, throw them in, flip them halfway through, and you're good to go. And even that, you technically don't have to. I just like to. Now let's slide over to the mangoes here for a second. Looking at these, this is again another one. I'm a huge fan of dehydrated mangoes, but from a cost perspective and also from a kind of portion sizing perspective, I can spend a lot of money and I can also eat way too much of them. So what I decided to do was, again, get the frozen ones and just throw them in. Now, what you'll notice in this one, they got a little crispy because I put them in for 3 hours straight. What I would recommend after doing it since then is being able to do them from a half hour at a time, let them sit for 10 minutes, flip them, do it for another half hour, and then let them rest for 10 minutes and then see where they're at. And then maybe an hour and a half in usually is going to be good. I did it for 2 hours this last time, and it came out, again, great, not as crispy on the edges. These were frozen from chunks. What I also did is I got some fresh mangoes now, and I'm going to slice them up longer and thinner, and I'll shoot some B-roll for that as well if you guys want to see that and dig into some of the differences when you lay them down and what it can look like. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm a really big fan of leveraging the air fryer and toaster, not adding the calories from oils, and being able to have the versatility it can provide with so many different things. And bam. So this goes back to me, when we go into a different routine, also invest in, when you have the means and the budget. I'm not saying put yourself in debt and be completely broke, but sometimes honestly you got to risk it to get the biscuit, but I'm not a financial advisor, so take that with a grain of salt. But being able to, if you have the budget or you're thinking about it, invest in options that'll set you up for success. To me, an air fryer, and this particular, the Geek Chef, because the air fryer, it's a toaster, it's an oven, all combined into one. Super versatile. It's got a lot of space. You can do entire meal prep in just this, and like almost a set it and forget it fashion. Like when I was talking about the chicken wings and the mangoes, like put it to the timer, you walk away, you don't have to really do anything, and then boom. And then the cool thing is once the timer's off, the oven shuts off too, or the air fryer, whatever it is. So you're not going to overcook your food. If anything, you know, you might forget about it. It's like halfway cooked, and that's kind of not the best, but you're not going to burn your food. You can always cook it a little bit more. You can't uncook it. So it's my 2 cents on that too. And I think going back to, again, the routine side of things, getting a routine, but also having the tools to support you in that routine, whether it's like actual physical, tangible tools like a calendar or cooking supplies or gym equipment, or if it's just a tools like having a coach or going to these live streams or listening to our podcast or going on newsletters or going on social media and like consuming information and getting the insight that are tools and strategies to complement what you're doing as well. But then again, take it all with a grain of salt. I'm not a doctor. That's my classic line. One day, though, I'm eventually going to get a doctorate, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not an MD, though. I'm going to have to shift how I do it. So I don't think I'm ever going to be an MD, but I'm definitely going to get a doctorate. So probably going to have to change that up a little bit at some point. Let's go into the Govee lights. What's up, Govee? Put my Govees over here, too. Got Govees on both the channels right now. Wait, do I have Govees on this one? I might only have it on the Coach Mike one. Oh, no, here we go. Dude, I'm a big Govee. And like I've worked with different brands in this, but I genuinely like Govee. It's probably my favorite one. I haven't like Singlet I've worked with before. There's like a couple other ones. They're all right. Like they're not bad or anything. I just like, maybe because Govee was the first one I got and I just have it like a personal spot in my heart, but I genuinely just love Govee over all of them.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the Govee LED string lights. As you can see, I have them set up here with the lights on. We're going to dig into what it actually looks like on the app and how to get it set up. But before we dig into the app, I want to show you another really cool feature, which is actually the hooks that come built on each one of the light bulbs. You can easily hook it onto if you already have a frame or a setup like that. Super easy to pop on and pop off as well. So now let's look at getting it set up on the app. And for this, you go right into the store. You're going to look up Govee Home, and then you're going to be able to match it up to whichever product that you have. Now, the cool thing is, again, once you select the actual light bulb, you'll see if the right one pops up. Right there, you see I didn't. And then right there, now that I did, you'll see the brand and the name come up. Boom, it's going to connect. And then once you have it set up, you can even rename it if you want, set up all that fun stuff, and then have complete control from your app, which is my probably favorite feature to these light bulbs. And so many cool settings and details in between.
Boom. All right. So now let's go in. Oh, we got the Fidus water bottle next. And speaking of which, I got it refilled. I didn't even touch it yet. Saving this bad boy pretty much for post run and then getting into the car. But I'll put it right back here so you guys can see it. Yeah. What's up? Whoop, right there. What's up, Fidus water bottle? Let me also play. I'm going to highlight it. Then I'll play. I got some new B-roll. Again, guys, check the shoppable videos or my storefront. I got a bunch of new videos up. We got new posts up, got new content up on that bad boy. And Fidus has an awesome discount running right now. Like this, I have like 4 different options here. They're pretty much all the same. It's really just like a price differential. This one, the one I have highlighted right now is like, it looks like the cheapest option for $17.24, which is crazy. Even like under 20, anything under $20 to me is kind of crazy. Again, it's a 64 ounce. I'll get into the details. Check it out. Let's break it down.
In this video, we're going over the Fidus water bottle. This is a 64 ounce bottle. Again, on the back side, you'll see the actual ounces and milliliters being tracked right here. But here's a cool feature. This is, I'll be honest with you guys, I do think it's cool. Starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m., it kind of gives you a gauge of where you should be at or the goal to shoot for each day. And also has some nice like positive affirmations and support going through it. Now, to be transparent, 64 ounces isn't necessarily what everyone should be drinking, right? Maybe you need to be drinking more. Maybe it's a goal to start with less, depending on what's realistic. But this is a great option, especially being at 64 ounces. This is gonna be a great place to start for a lot of people. Plus it has this locking mechanism, which is super cool. So if you're like running or having it in your bag or something like that, you put it up, then when you want it, put it down, unlocks, pops right in. Super cool feature. One thing I want to highlight though for the straw is this has a particular feature on the straw that lets it bend, a little spring mechanism, so it fits right in. Super cool, super functional, and it also is pretty durable from what I've seen so far. And speaking of that durability, having this nice little handle right here is a thumbs up and a bonus. So highly recommend, especially for those that are working on getting hydrated. And I do recommend get multiple of these so you can have them throughout, your house, your car, your office, gym, whatever that's going to look like. It'll help set you up for success. Thumbs up, y'all.
Bam, y'all. All right, just getting that message out to my homie. Making sure we're supporting you guys on the nutritional front. Let's see what we got next, y'all. So we got the water bottle covered. Yeah, Fidus. Let's go into, do we have the Right Fit bands? Got Right Fit bands coming up. Let's see. Oh, wait, dang. I just checked another one. $16. Whoa, even cheaper. It's like $1.20 cheaper. What's up? Okay. So you guys definitely have options, man. But again, the cost effectiveness is totally there. Guys, I'm also to just remind you guys, I'm excited. We got our $1,000 giveaway. October 1st is where we're making the announcement for that stream. Again, guys, here's the catch though. Make sure if you don't show up for the stream, you'll get $500. We're going to give the winner no matter what, $500, but you got to be here live if you want the full 1,000 for October 1st. We'll email you and say, hey, you won, claim your prize. But if you're not on the stream, we're going to send you $500. If you're live on the stream, we'll send you the full 1,000. If just a heads up, guys. So if you don't win, but if the person's not on the live stream, we're going to give away that $500 to you guys. So we might do it in like 2 giveaways, $250 or like $500. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. We'll make it fun. But again, get in on the giveaway. I've got the link tree right here that has our giveaway. So you guys can get in on that. Go to LOF 1000. Here, I'll just kind of, again, screen share, walk you guys through it. Boom. What's up? Go right here. Click on that LOF $1,000 gift card giveaway. Again, we're sponsoring for $1,000. Make sure you're following all of us here on Amazon. Plus, you get extra entries by doing that. You can get even bonus entries over here. And then the one thing I also wanted to show you guys, I was talking about for my body recomposition program. Again, you can click on this page. It'll bring you over to our landing page. You can click to apply with us. Fill out this. It's like less than a 5-minute application just to give us insight to make sure we're a good fit. But again, this is for parents and martial artists over 30, really like 30, but I like 35 because then we get even more like maturity that want to lose at least 10 pounds of fat and gain at least 3 to 5 pounds of muscle in a 12-week program that's going to be sustainable. So it's not like, hey, you're going to lose this, 20 pounds or whatever it's going to be, and then you gain it back and you lose it again. Oh, what's up, David? This is like long-term sustainable. Now, again, it's a costly program. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's a $3,000 program for 12 weeks. To me, we're actually going to charge more starting October 1st because we only have a certain amount of spots we're opening, and it's going to be $5,000. So get in on it now while you guys can, if you're interested. And then how you doing, by the way, David? What's up, dude? Thanks for always dropping by, saying hey. Now let's get into the Right Fit bands. Got the bands going down. We're just getting into the end of the stream here, my homie. Getting it all going. How you doing?
In this video for the Right Fit resistance bands, I wanted to break down kind of a second feature that I didn't do in my first video. Now I've got the 45-pound set, so you can see they have 3 different resistance bands here. Now check this out. I slightly pull out the band and you're gonna see there's a little like looping locking mechanism that locks into place. So if I don't want the 10 pounds of resistance, I wanna drop it down. Now I can go to 35 pounds of resistance and then I still have the other bands in place and then I'm good to go with the handles. So it's really that simple to swap out the resistance and the weight, and definitely an easy to use function. Again, we just pull it out, pop open, and then you can drop the band out or just easily add it back through again, thread it in, lock it into place, and you're good to go.
All right, so I'm going to play you guys a second version of that shows you just a slightly different aspect that I think is also really valuable, and that's why I kind of recorded it after the fact. So I wanted to share this part with you guys.
All right, y'all. So we're going to be looking at the Right Fit resistance band set. Now, the cool thing with this is it comes with a door stopper. And you might be wondering, like, why is that cool? What's the benefit? So it goes right into the door, like I was mentioning, and it allows you to put your bands through this little loop. So we're gonna slide it right through here so that you don't need a squat rack or anything like that. You literally just put this right into the door. You can set it either at the top portion of it, the bottom portion, whichever way you want it set up. Bam. Now I can go from a high angle to do pull downs. I can put it on the side or low to get a variety of angles and do a variety of exercises. We could do tricep extensions. We could do tricep push downs. We could do rows. We could do curls. Literally, there's an infinite amount of variety that you can do. Now, here's a really cool piece as well. Because I selected the 45-pound set, you can actually pop open these handles right here and pull out the bands so you can increase or decrease the amount of resistance that you want to use. Absolutely great for travel, for at home, and everything in between. I highly, highly recommend. Definitely a thumbs up.
Bam. All right, so now let's start. We only got 2 more products. So we're going to get into the Right Fit weighted belt, and then we're going to go into the Zealous weighted vest because I'm going to get my run in. And speaking of that weighted vest, I'm probably going to wear that for the run. So it'll be a nice combo. Perfect segue.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the Right Fit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arced rounded edge that's going to be perfect for a position straight up. And you can also see where it says Right Fit. That's how you know how you're going to position it. Nice and easy, simple loop through. It's got Velcro, so I'm looping it right through here. I'm going to Velcro it in to have it nice and supportive. And what I like to use this for, especially on heavier weighted pull-ups, using it for deadlifts, and being able to properly brace and breathe into it to support the back. It's not only great for heavier lifts, but also to be able to properly breathe and put pressure throughout your core and torso as you're going heavier on weights, or if you just needed that added support. Check it out, y'all, and definitely a thumbs up.
Again, I would recommend, guys, for equipment like this, get at least 1 training session with a coach at your local gym, whatever, just saying, hey, I just wanted to feel comfortable using this. Can you help me with that? We can do that virtually, but I would be honest, especially for this, because of the tactile cueing, I would highly recommend doing it with an in-person trainer or coach. If not, like, again, we have a great virtual team. You know, I can connect you to people but I would recommend like doing this in person for that particular thing, because there's a lot of value. Like, listen, guys, I've been doing virtual coaching for over 5 years, and I always tell this to clients. I'm super transparent about it. Like, while we can get very effective results virtually, there's no replacing being in person in the room. Like, that's when that is the option. That is, in my opinion, the best option. To be transparent, though, for my life, for how I want to serve my clients, for our team to serve our clients, we want to serve people around the world. I'm not going to be around the world, right? So I can work with people virtually and be around the world. I can create a team and a staff that is virtual and also help support people. So it's not just like your 5-mile radius is defining who you get to work with. But I also get to work locally with people too. So that's like best case scenario, partnered up. Shout out to Rogue Combat Club. Yeah, Rogue here in Asheville. You know, we sponsored the strength conditioning area. So I'm really excited about the things we have kind of coming up on board with that. And you guys are going to see the new stream, or you're going to see new streams from the gym location coming in the next couple of weeks too, because we're getting so close to be moving in, y'all. We're right at the end. But all right, let's get into the weighted trainer or the weighted vest, and then I'm going to get my run on, y'all.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the Zealous weighted vest. So I'm going to throw this bad boy on to show you how easy it is right out of the box, throwing it on. Now, the one thing I will say, it also comes with this really cool phone carrier, and it even has a second little strap here. So you have the first part for your phone, second little pouch for like keys, money clip, whatever you want to do. Again, that can zip closed. Now, it also has a buckle feature. So again, I can buckle this up if I'm going to do any runs. Tighten it the way I want. It has nice reflective straps on the front and on the back, so that if you decide to go out running with it, again, you'll have that reflective component. And it's not only great for outdoor runs, cardio, you can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups. Perfect example right here. I like to use it for adding weight for the pull-ups. And as you can see, it stays perfectly in place. It's not restrictive. And this has a variety of weighted options, everywhere from 6 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds and everything in between. So definitely a thumbs up and a recommend to add more resistance to your workouts. And it can be actually great for as you're losing weight to help keep your body strong with the weight that you're losing. And just for another fun fact I mentioned to clients, put this on. If you want to lose 10, 20, whatever amount of weight you want to lose, buy that weighted vest and put it on. See how heavy that feels, and imagine how good it's going to feel when you lose that weight too. Thumbs up all around, y'all.
Bam. Sorry, I just had like a little reel pop up. I was like, dang, that's loud. Oh, yeah. What's up, T-Banks, with the awesome testimonial? All right, guys, let's start to bring it home. This pretty much, that is it, y'all. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That's the only stream I'm gonna be doing today. I'll be back tomorrow from our house in New York that we're renting because we got that wedding coming up. What? So I'll be back. We'll be doing again our sponsored stream for RDX Sports. We're doing a $25 gift card giveaway as well as a jump rope giveaway. And then I might have a bonus stream on Saturday workout because I am going to be working out, but I just don't know if I'll have the bandwidth to be live streaming with you guys and the time because then I have some sessions before the wedding itself. So I'll keep you guys posted. Stay tuned. Make sure you set reminders for anything you see scheduled. Again, we got the $1,000 giveaway. We're announcing the winner October 1st. So you guys can go to the link tree right here to enter in the giveaway if you haven't already. Go to lifestyleoffitness.com. Really just everything's at the link tree, guys. Go to the link tree from our being able to work with us, our blog, our podcast, the giveaway, free resources. Everything's over there. Go check it out. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for the support as always. And I think we're going to cheers it, y'all. Cheers.